YouTube, 5,600 people on the check-in right now. So hit the like button.
Salute to that.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. You want to go to one more question before we go to Q&A, Troy?
Yeah, and I want to shout out the brother who dropped these off to me.
Hey, okay.
Yeah.
He gonna give me some, man. That's a good dude.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
I appreciate that. And I want to shout out Latanya at Prove Magazine. This is not an ad. Just keep in mind. I promise. She got a dope magazine called Prove Magazine, so you guys can check her out at provemag.com. She's dope. I don't have no affiliate, nothing. I don't got nothing coming on the back end. She didn't give me no interview coming. I just think she's a dope sister. And shout out to everyone that I met, had a chance to take a picture with, talk to. If I didn't have a chance to talk to you, take a picture, I'm sorry. I was just trying to make sure I didn't get, sick or run down or nothing like that. So, but I appreciate y'all dearly, and everyone who dropped off. So Jerry for your gifts, like every guy. And I had a chance to meet Pearson. Yeah, you guys are amazing. You guys put on a hell of an event.
Thank you.
Y'all should have called off today, to be real, but consistency and stability. Let's be honest. How many people have y'all passed up in the last 2 years just by making sure that you're there?
Yeah. Consistency is the number one rule of success. I told that to Dave Shan, and that is 100% true. And it's something that is so underrated.
Yeah.
They don't think that it's going to be hard to show up every day until they have to show up every day.
We just talked about that, bro.
Yeah. One of those key assets in life is availability and being there. And so it don't matter, man. We get on a plane, we landing. We know Market Mondays is here. Yeah. So we're gonna be there.
Yeah. Shout out to Keem Chapman. While we're shouting people out, he made a dope painting for us. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yo, that might have been the most accurate. Like I was like,
he killed y'all. Yeah.
Like, he drew that a paint like that.
Yeah.
He looked like he took that with his phone.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Y'all can go on my Instagram page and check it out.
He killed that.
It's very, very talented. I'm gonna have to commission some more artwork from him because that was dope. That was dope. And yeah, shout out to everybody that was giving gifts at Invest Fest. A lot of people was just showing love. Shout out to all the vendors. The vendors made a bag. Yeah. They made a bag, man. But it's always dope to get gifts from people, no matter what the gift is, because somebody took the time and the resources to
And yeah, that's a fact. And also the people who gave gifts, a lot of people wrote cards too. They put cards in and they personalized it. And so I read every card that I had. And obviously, man, like I said, this weekend was very emotional. But seeing the cards and seeing the impact that
and the length of what they were writing
it was incredible. They actually took time and poured a lot of thought and consideration into what they were writing. And a lot of them didn't even think that we would get it. And so the fact that we were there to actually receive it in person was pretty dope. So yeah, shout out to everybody that was there, and shout out to everybody that ran up on us, and we got some pictures together, and I called a few people's brothers and cousins, and talked to some people.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
it was a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, and shout out to everybody who came and got the merch for free at the booth. And thank you guys for setting the booth up. And
you want to talk about lines? You want to talk about lines?
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
He ain't got the line of the year.
That was crazy. Red Panda line definitely had the longest line on the Invest Fest booth section. So shout out to everybody that got it.
Yo, Shai, here's what I'll do. I'll mix both because I'll do the earnings really quickly. But in the earnings, I'll ask the question because Zoom reported today, and obviously their futures outlook was not great. And so there was a 11% pullback after I was on Zoom's call on Zoom's stock. Is Zoom's run? I don't even want to say over, but is this something we should have expected? Obviously, with everything opening up. Kids are going back to school. Some people are going back to work. Is this something that we should have expected, or what are your thoughts, guys?
What Jay say? Please do not bark up that tree. That tree will fall on you. Please, not Jay. He's not for play. Microsoft Teams is not for play. The transition in corporate. I've seen even in schools like with Xander going back to, they use Teams and Zoom, better product. But that's why I asked you guys last week, how many of you, whether you like it or not, if you've been in corporate since the 90s, the software that you usually are using is Microsoft. So they have a hold of corporate. Apple for a long time had a hold of creatives, and to a certain extent still do. And the thing, when a company goes up too fast, the decline is usually going to be as rapid. it's very hard to compete against. And they still even though GoToMeeting is great with Citrix, they have a lot of competition there, and they haven't innovated, I think, fast enough. And we've even had some issues using it on here. Microsoft is too strong of a competitor. I mean, if it gets down to 188.06, I would loathe to boat there, but anything above 300, I hate.
What do you think that was over?
So I got out of it a while, maybe I think at 240. I got out of it. Once, kind of what Ian said, I heard Microsoft say they was going to fix some things, they were going to do some transitions they was going to do it.
Yep.
And I just understood that most corporate structures are with Microsoft. Even though I'm on Zoom right now, right? But I just felt like Microsoft, again, is like kind of like saying, am I going to bet against Mike in game 6, game 7? Probably not.
Whoa, never a game 7.
You feel what I'm saying? Like I ain't gonna bet against Mike. So kind of once Microsoft said they were gonna like fix some things, and then Zoom had like some issues, I was like, man, I'm gone because it's only a matter of time. Like I kind of just saw like, all right, can they do some things? Yeah, but like Ian said, I ain't betting. I ain't going against Microsoft. Plus, I own it. I've been in it since $89. I'm loyal to it.
So you think that Microsoft Teams is gonna be bigger than Zoom?
I think that Microsoft has a better infrastructure. Like Zoom had some visual issues they was having with people having issues with how the playbacks look. They was having security issues, some things that they still never addressed. Right? Say they fixed a few things, but never fully addressed them. In the last 3 earnings calls, they still haven't truly addressed the issues.
One thing I learned is that when somebody does something full time, even a bigger dog that does something part time, it's not as easy to replace the person that does it full time. So like Netflix, right? Even when Amazon got in the streaming, yeah, it hurt Netflix, but Netflix is still Netflix. I say that to say Zoom does this full time. We're on Zoom right now.
But Amazon is not Microsoft. And we got a comment from Dan in the chat. He said he's in the enterprise space in tech. Like Zoom is called malware in a lot of enterprise. Like so now if they can partner with CrowdStrike, like Track talked about, and they can fix some of those issues, that would be a competitive threat. But it would be like having it's like when you go to those ATMs and it's like it's not a chase. It's just like, yo, use this ATM. And you're like, man, if I get out $20, like my account gonna go negative because somebody's gonna scam. Like a lot of enterprises feel like if I use Zoom, I am susceptible to being attacked and data being breached.
But
so
people are also creatures of habit, and the best product doesn't always win.
That is true.
Yeah, that's very true.
I'm on a lot of video conferences calls. 90% of them are Zoom.
That's true.
So they do have problems. It might not be the best product, but
convenience,
success loves speed.
habit.
Success loves speed, and early adopters always have an advantage. So once you become branded, which Zoom has done a good job of branding itself. Zoom call. It's like Band-Aid. Do a Zoom call. Never underestimate the value of somebody that corners the market early.
Now, I'm not saying they're going to go out of business or nothing, right? I'm just saying for me, I mean, I got into that like 47, rode it up to like 240. Like I understood who the other player in the game was, and I believed in that other company.
It was a great trade.
Yeah, so I'm like, all right, cool. Take profits here, add over here. I'm cool.
They're probably not gonna go up the same level.
Yeah, like it went exponential growth early. So now I think it'll probably level off. And again, one of the best performing companies of the year is Microsoft. As of right now, you know what I'm saying? One of the best performing companies.
And I always want companies that go up consistent. Going back to the hoop analogy, like if a player scores 20 points and then for 2 games score 55, he's not going to. They went from 200 to 585 in no time. Like I don't think anyone thinks Zoom was as valuable as Tesla. And then the decline was very rapid. Like anytime a company grows at a multiple of 2x on a market, or the market cap grows 3x, that usually does not last. You want sustainable growth, not sensation. And now it makes it for a great trade, but for long term, if you've been holding it since last year, hoping that it's going to go up, I am sorry.
That's something you do in every investment, man. Sustainable growth.
Zoom's gonna cut this. They're gonna cut this off.
That's why I say, y'all be careful, man. We've been having some technical issues, but that has ceased. So shout out to Zoom. I'm gonna give them the thank you wave real quick. and let you know that we thank you for your services.
Shotty smiling. You know, when Zoom have issues, Shotty whole face change.
Oh yeah.
Never to text Shotty, fix your face, bro.
Yeah, Rashad be like, I'm like,
If y'all,
"Boy,
if y'all,
what's
if y'all
wrong?
ever
We
see me
gonna
go
come
mute,
together?"
if you ever see me go mute, I'm telling them we good, we got it, we good, we
Yeah.
got it. Except for when Ian cut us off.
Yo, and I spazzed and was like, in meeting. I wasn't too texture core that day. I was dodo.
So obviously Zoom reported after hours today, and a company that we have kept on our radar, DocuSign, will be reporting on Thursday. So that is our earnings report for this week. Appreciate you guys.